On Holy Saturday, April 5, 1980, the peaceful silence of the chapel at Toledo Mercy Hospital was shattered by a brutal and shocking crime. Sister Margaret Ann Pahl, a 71-year-old Catholic nun, was found murdered near the altar in a crime that bore disturbing religious symbolism. For decades, the case remained unsolved, until forensic breakthroughs and a shocking testimony pointed to an unlikely suspect, Father Gerald Robinson, a priest who had once presided over Sister Pahl's funeral. Early that morning, the fellow nun made the gruesome discovery. Sister Margaret Ann Pahl had been strangled nearly to the point of death before being stabbed 31 times in the chest and neck. Some of the stab wounds formed the shape of an inverted cross, and she was covered with an altar cloth. The ritualistic nature of the murder sent shockwaves through the religious community. Initially, police interviewed multiple people, including Father Gerald Robinson, a priest who worked at the hospital. However, with no concrete evidence linking him to the crime, the investigation went cold. For over 20 years, the murder of Sister Margaret Ann Pahl remained an unsolved mystery. Investigators had few leads, and without modern forensic techniques, no one was arrested. However, everything changed in 2003 when a woman came forward with accusations against Robinson. She alleged that the priest had been involved in satanic rituals and abuse within the church, prompting authorities to reopen the cold case. During the renewed investigation, forensic analysts re-examined evidence from the original crime scene. A letter opener found among Robinson's belongings was discovered to match the stab wounds on Sister Pahl's body. Additionally, bloodstains on the altar cloth had patterns consistent with the letter opener's design. As authorities delved deeper, a key witness, Joseph K., a convicted thief, provided crucial information that reinforced suspicions against Father Robinson. His testimony helped police piece together how the priest may have committed the crime and covered his tracks. In 2004, 24 years after the murder, Father Gerald Robinson was arrested and charged with the killing of Sister Margaret Ann Pahl. Began in 2006 and quickly became one of the most shocking legal battles involving a member of the clergy. Prosecutors presented forensic evidence, including the letter opener and bloodstain analysis, to link Robinson to the murder. They argued that Sister Pahl had been killed in a staged ritualistic act. The defense attempted to cast doubt on the evidence, but the prosecution's case was strong. After a month-long trial, the jury found Father Gerald Robinson guilty of murder. He was sentenced to life in prison, marking a rare instance of a Catholic priest being convicted for such a violent crime. Even after Robinson's conviction, questions lingered. Some believed that others in the church had knowledge of the crime or had helped cover it up. Others speculated that the murder was tied to secretive rituals or internal church conflicts. However, no concrete evidence ever surfaced to prove these claims. In 2014, Robinson died in prison at the age of 76, maintaining his innocence until his last breath. The murder of Sister Margaret Ann Pahl remains one of the most chilling cases of its kind. It took over 2 decades for justice to be served, and even today, mysteries surround the motivations and deeper implications of the crime. The case serves as a haunting reminder of how secrets can remain hidden for years, but ultimately, the truth has a way of coming to light.